Good morning. Greetings and salutations. Hey Sue, how are you? I am been trying to get on here just slightly before class is supposed to begin so that I can work out any kinks if I have to. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I know I've been popping on a little bit early, but that's why. Just so you know. How are things in Oklahoma today? Good, I hope. I hope. Things here are well. It is pretty hot. It's supposed to get up to 100 again by Thursday. And so I don't know. I will be watering my posies first thing in the morning, going for my little walk first thing in the morning, and then indoors for the rest of the day. That's for sure. Let's see. Things we need to talk about. Hi, Ruth Ann. How are you? Glad to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm going to paint on the Auntie Sylvia again today because that was kind of a crazy day on Saturday, the birthday party. So well, we just stay. You know what? I tell my parents who live in Michigan, they hibernate in the winter and we hibernate in the summer. Do you know what I mean? We just go from one air-conditioned place to the next air-conditioned place. That's for sure. Hey, Kathy Johnson. Good morning. How are you today? So glad to see you. Hey, Carol. Nice to see you. Is everybody ready to get painty today? I hope. I am, so I finished painting one printable and now I want to play with another one. We either stay in our air conditioning, Sue, or in the pool. Back and forth. That's what we do for the whole thing. Eastern Idaho. So where are you in Idaho? I have a friend who lives in Boise. Everybody have your nice cool drink? I hope. I'm still working on packaging up all the prizes and writing little note. You know I gotta write a little note. I can't help myself. I gotta write a little note. Hi, Nance. Thank you so much. I do too. It was a little bit of a departure. I just tried to challenge myself in different ways, but I knew I wanted a cake of flowers. Kathy, I think I still owe you an art printable. So, let me know which one you'd like and I will send it your way. Hi, Aunt Mer. How are you? Good, I hope. Good, I hope. So I bet it's very green there, Ruth Ann, where you are on the eastern side of Idaho. I bet. So let's see, what do we have to talk about today? Well, I can talk to you about, so here's what I've painted already. So I started out with some pretty bright colors and then I did the polka dot. Remember we had done the polka dot kind of enhancement to our painting last time or a couple times ago. And so I kind of did a lot of that on this one. I just wanted to zhuzh it up a little bit. And so on Thursday, when we normally do some card assembly, I'm going to do a little bit of that, but also just remember that tomorrow, you're going to need to watch your social media because I have artsy surprises. So just be watching. I will post it probably first thing in the morning tomorrow. Kathy, didn't you win something? I thought you won something a bit ago. But, well, I'll go back and look for sure, but I think so. But if you love this one, I'll send it to you. Hi, Jamie. How are you today? Is it too hot to crochet now? Like, I find, like, I can do embroidery year-round, but, like, crochet or knit, ugh, that's only when it's cool. Because then it just feels so hot. It just feels so hot. Anyway, so we might have something new to play. So throughout the calendar, I've put these days that say watch social media. So watch social media for an artsy surprise on those days. And it could be anything. It could be all kinds of different things. So just know that. And then remember this Saturday, I am participating in an Instagram hop, and I drew and that Instagram hop is for mental health awareness, and I drew a special art printable for that, and so that will debut on Saturday also, so be on the lookout for that. So that's lots of art in a short period of time, but you know, it's fun to paint, right? So I'm going to start painting. So this is the one I just finished, and I kind of know what I want to do, but maybe on Thursday we'll do some card assembly, but we'll also do, we'll play with whatever that new artsy surprise is. So I'm going to just start painting. So today I got my Fancy Pants paints out. These are the ones that I bought with Jeff's auntie when we were in England. And, you know, I don't use them as much as I should. But remember we were talking about, well, it looks like I need to adjust a little bit. Is that better? Pulling your products out, like something that's been sitting in a drawer for a while, pull it out and play with it. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm just going to start. So this big flower I painted pink. So this one I think I want to do red, but I'm feeling like I want to do kind of reddish orange. And this is a little bit, this is Scarlet from my Schminky set, and that is kind of a orangey. So I'm just going to start doing a watery wash of that color. It was these or my Crayolas that I was going to get out this morning. I was hemming and hawing about which one to play with today. I think I want to do some of that on the paper mixing. Remember we did that a bit ago too. So I'm going to, so I put that watery wash of color on. Now I'm going to pull some of the, hi Donna. I'm going to pull some of the orange. So I did start activating these paints before I turned the camera on. So I did get some water on all of those. So now I'm just going to make some washy orange over here. And I'm just going to do right in the center of these petals a little bit of orange. And just let that sit for a bit. See what happens. Oh, I need my paint cloth over here. Now, I do have my little color chart. So I think I'm going to start with this May green on my leaves. And then I have this really pretty olive green yellowish is what it's called. And so I think I want to play with that. That feels pretty dark, doesn't it? Pretty intense. Let's get some more water on there. Good morning, Aunt Mer. I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. Hey, Aunt Mer, are you reading The Firekeeper's Daughter? Have you started reading that yet? It's really good. It's really intense, but it's really good. So I'm going to pull a little bit of this, what did I say it's called? Olive green yellow. So while this is still kind of wet, I'm going to just dab a little bit of that in here. And remember, this is going to be dark under here, because this is on top. And again, I'm just going to let that sit. And I don't know what I want to do for the center. I feel like maybe have that be pretty reddish, but remember that's the same red that, and then we can come out here with some of that red on the outside of the orange. I am finding that this technique of mixing color on the paper is really nice for creating kind of some organic color mixing. Do you know what I mean? It's not, then you kind of get these two shades of color, and I really like that. Hi, Christine, how are you? Okay, I'm gonna pull a little bit more, then I'm gonna let that sit. Clean my brush. Okay, so I could either do the wish or the cake. Let's see, let's do the cake. Let's do the wish. Then I can kind of like work my way around. So, I was feeling like one of these, I really wanted to do like all the same shades of color. Ooh, have fun. Have fun, Keels. It's nice to just get out and about, isn't it? Yeah, me too. I'm reading it on my tablet too, Aunt Mer. Well, you should be able to get it electronically from your library. Let's see. So, let's do some oranges and yellows. That's such a springy combo, you know. I want to add a little bit more water here. And I really like this yellow, this kind of creamy yellow. Ooh, purples, that's a good idea. I just crud up my my water before I even know it, every time. Oh, I see, Aunt Mer. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with some yellow flowers. So I don't think I've posted Carmen's flower. Did I? No. So my team has created all kinds of beauty with this art printable. And you know, the crazy thing is they're all so talented, but their styles are so different, which is cool, right? So I don't think I posted Carmen's, if I'm remembering correctly. I think I posted Right Brain Art and Charmaine, but I don't know that I've done Carmen's yet. And hers is super cool too. So I'll try and remember to post that right after class today. just to show you the versatility. I just love that. So I'm creating, remember we talked about visual triangle and repetition of pattern or design. And so, and you know, the rule of thirds or of odd numbers in art is more appealing to the eye. And so I'm doing 3 yellows. And you see I've created my visual triangle. And then let's come in with a little bit of orange. We'll do this one. Oh, that's nice and watery. Good job, Anne. Because what I was going to tell you is what Carmen did was that oh my gosh, the colors that she chose are so pretty. But she filled these in with color, whereas I left them white. So it's just fascinating to see how different it is. Do you know what I mean? Like how each person interprets it so differently. I love that. So I'm going to do 3 flowers in orange. Okay, let's see. Let's do this one. And I know that's close, but that's all right. So that's pretty light, but we'll just let that dry. And now we could start with our leaves, certainly. So let's get some more water in this green. So we could just start by little building up these leaves, and we have a lot of them, so we're going to need to turn and turn and turn and turn. So I'm anxious for everybody to see the artsy surprise and let me know what you kind of think about the whole idea. If it works, great. If not, well, we'll try something else. I think it'll be fun. Just a little something, you know, new and different. And like I said, they'll all be different. Okay, is that all the leaves? I think so. I think so. So I'm feeling like so I have this other yellow that I could do, which is a bright yellow, and I could use a pink. I'm feeling like that might be like kind of a way to go. So I'm going to put some of this yellow, and this yellow is cadmium yellow lemon, and it's much different than the first yellow that I used. Certainly it is much where this is orangey and creamy, this one is way different, way so let's do these flowers yellow with this lemony yellow, and then this one behind the letter S, and down here, I think that, yep, there's one more. I just like that watery wash first, because it like helps my eyes like see where I want to go. So we could take some of this orange over here and add a little bit of scarlet to it. So we kind of get that pretty, it's almost kind of coral-ish. I think that might be pretty for the roses. So let's pull some of that. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted something a little deeper. And here. Oh, I got some in the eye. Wasn't being as careful as I should. Okay, so let's clean this brush in my dirty water. Let's take a different brush. And we'll get some clean water someplace. Here we go. I'm gonna take that and then let's come in here and just try and work that out. Take the side of this paper towel and pull that up. Let's do the same thing on the other side. And do that back, forth. Resting on the side of my pinky finger, that is helping me steady my hand. So just know that. That does help. And now I'm seeing I did it again in the W. Let's get that off. There we go. Work that one more time. Back, forth. Kind of scrub that orange out. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. We'll get a lot of other stuff going and then we'll see if it works. I feel like this is a little intense, so let's take the paper towel and pull some of that off. And now, remember, we have these colors that we can come back and deepen things with. So that lemon yellow, I'm just going to use that straight and see if I can build some color with it, like build some dimension, I should say, with that. Really quite slight. And then like the orange we could really continue to build because that's so light. Right, so let's just do right here, or kind of a ring, and then I'm going to do right here in between the petals. Yep. Do the same thing here. And then do those petals in between where there's that little bit of overlap. All right. Okay. So I'm going to let that sit too. All right. So we have these that I was thinking we could take a little bit of this yellow and add a little bit of the orange and kind of deepen right at the base. Do you know what I mean? Because that's going to give you just a little bit of depth right there too. Stuck my hand in the green. No one's surprised by that, I'm sure. Let's see, here we go. Just build that little bit of color all the way around. Da-da-da. Oh, this one. Oh, golly. Looks like I need... Nope, I think I'm all right. I think I'm all right. I think we're doing good. There we go. So I'm so excited. I have the new Tim Holtz color bundle coming from my friend Tracy's store in Connecticut. So I'm anxiously awaiting that arriving in the mail. I'm feeling like maybe this is the time to also add some of that deeper green to the leaves on this piece. So I'm going to pull some of this green right here and then add some water because I really want it to be quite watery. Tap off some on my, there we go. And I know this looks kind of really stark now, but I have a vision. Don't you do that when you're painting? Like you have this vision of how you want it to look. And then it's the magic trick to see if it comes out the way you want it. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit. Clean that paint off that brush. So what's new with everyone? Is anybody watching anything good on TV? Oh, everybody take a drink. What is everybody else drinking? I'm just drinking water, but what is everybody else drinking this morning? I'm curious to know. Hi, Maureen. How are you? So, let's see. Clean that brush. And then we're going to jiggy. And remember the other day on this flower, we did some dots of water with the end of our the end of our paintbrush. I really want to play with that technique again today. I really like the way that just gave me like this subtle bokeh effect in the background, and then I could build on top of that. I really liked that. So I feel like I really want to play with that on this flower because it is deep colors. It doesn't show as much in the, you know, in lighter colors. So I'm going to... Dr. Pepper, cold coffee. Okay, so now let's do the same with the greens. I was just telling my nephew yesterday, I go, you know, I've been off caffeine for quite a while now, but every now, and I think I'm fine, but every now and again I have these foggy brain mornings where I'm like, oh, I don't know. I think it's because, you know, in the morning, Jeff goes upstairs and works, and I work downstairs, and I don't really talk to people. I'm kind of by myself. And so, forming a sentence, like stringing a bunch of words together, that's become a challenge when I'm having those foggy mornings, that's for sure. Okay, so now I want to do that, remember that technique where we just flicked some water, or we did some dots of water? So I'm going to dry this, And then we'll do the water thingy. What did you say? Grapefruit sparkling frost. Oh, where did you get that? So I'm going to take the end of my paintbrush and just dip it in water. And then remember we just did some random dots all over. So some will be big, some will be small. And the longer you just let it sit on your paper, I think the better the dots will come out. Do you know what I mean? The more noticeable they'll be. The more that water has time to just soak into that paper just a little bit. And some will be subtle and some will be way more vibrant. So, okay. So, you know what? Let's do some on those leaves too. I feel like that might be fun. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit. Oh, that sounds good. I think we just got an Aldi here. I haven't gone there yet, but I think there is one here now. Okay, so now I want to let that sit, so I'm gonna start painting on the cake. So I'm thinking, so I did yellows and oranges here. So let's go something totally different on this side. Let's do blues. That might be pretty. Some blues and, so I have this turquoisey blue. I'll pull some of that and add some water. We'll do some flowers that color. Let's do this kind. Just with that turquoisey blue. But remember, like once we get, it's not going to be this flat color once we, you know, start adding all of our fun. Because I see adding a little bit of maybe like that Prussian blue or the ultramarine. I think that might be pretty. Is it really? I didn't know that it's a sister store to Trader Joe's. Interesting. I do love Trader Joe's. You know what? I love Trader Joe's especially in the fall. They always have like the coolest stuff, don't they, for fall? Carol, I went to the Container Store last week, and you know what? I tried really hard to I went in with the measurements of what I was looking for, so that helped. Because otherwise, that store is a little overwhelming. You know what I mean? But I love that I can usually find like the perfect thing to contain whatever I'm looking to house, you know? So now, okay, so I have a Prussian blue here, and I have this ultramarine. So I'm feeling like I want to do some, maybe I'll do the, no way! That's fascinating, Donna. I've never been inside of an Aldi, so now I'll have to try and find it and see what the hype's all about. So I'm going to try the ultramarine way up here. So let's do the roses, kind of an ultramarine. But this is still pretty, this is pretty dark. But we could like paint it and then tap it off and see what, so we just start. There we go. That's kind of where I like to start. Like just get the base on there. Yes. Here we go. And now, I know, and Trader Joe's always has the best like little snacks, don't they? And they have the most beautiful flowers. Remember, when was I talking about that? Oh, in the Ornamentally Yours class, I was talking about. So I took this at the very beginning of the pandemic. Lindsay had turned me on to this girl, Dory, who was doing a floral arrangement class, but it was more than just flowers. It was flowers and succulents and just all kinds of, she was just a wealth of knowledge. So if she teaches another class, I'm hopping on it. But anyway, she taught us about when you're arranging your flowers, or any, if you're arranging different plants together in one pot, to make sure you have a thriller, a spiller, and fillers. So like the thriller is like the big star of the show, and then the spillers kind of tumble down the sides of your container, and then the fillers are what kind of fills it in. And she said during that class that Trader Joe's has the best fillers, like the greenery. And I'm telling you, so I just went there and I just spent a long time just studying the fillers and what I wanted to use, and it makes such a difference in your arranging, that's for sure. Okay, now let's try, which one is this? Is Prussian blue, I believe. So let's find a clean spot. Ha ha ha. Over here. Add some water for an entirely different kind of blue. Look at that, so pretty. I'm loving this combination of colors. Does anybody remember what the opposite of blue on the color wheel is? Anyone? Anyone? Oh my gosh, me too, Aunt Mer. I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about that flower cake. It was so pretty. I hope it made her smile. That's for sure. She was the best, that Graham. I'm telling you, I have the best women mentors in my life, that's for sure. And that's why I need to pay tribute to them. Okay, here we go. So here's blue, and straight across is orange. But you could certainly use yellow, Nancy, because it's so close with the violets and blue violets, and these are all like kind of shades of blue, so you could certainly do shades of orange and yellow. So I think I'm really going to work on incorporating a little bit of yellows and maybe a little bit of orange with these, but in a subtle way. So I'm thinking like maybe in some of the centers of the flowers. I'm thinking like the cake stand. I know, Nance. It's all right. Ooh, everybody take a drink. Okay, let's see. Oh, I need to do this one. So let's do, I'm really liking that Prussian blue. I am. So this one, I think I need to just let it dry and come back to it, but I'm kind of digging the way it's starting to look. This one, I think it's time to do some jiggy-jaggy on it. Yep. Just like little by little work out that, soften the edge of that deeper color. I think that just makes such a difference. My color wheel is never far away from me. I'm telling you, it's just always near me. I just kind of depend on it. So this orange, I'm feeling like I really want to deepen the color of the whole flower. So I'm going to pull this out, or maybe I'll just come in with some orange. Oh, let's see. Here we go. And add a little water to that, because I really want to deepen the orange of these flowers. Oh, way too intense. So I'm going to pull that all the way around. As I'm looking at it, it just feels like it's fading into the background compared to the intensity of the other flowers. So I want to make sure that it's, it has its rightful place. Yep, I'm liking that better. I'm liking that much better. So I'm going to pull some more water and do the same thing here. And then with this one too. Now you've so piqued my curiosity about Aldi. Because I was just thinking about going to Trader Joe's just because they have such pretty flowers. I just like to look at them, and I've been known to take pictures of them for reference and then buy myself a big bunch of posies. I think this one, it seems like, oh, this green is pretty intense. So let's pull some of that off. Little by little. But those two, I feel like, are really working pretty well with each other, you know? That what is it? May green, ironically, and that olive green yellowish. Because I want them to look pretty, I absolutely know what you're talking about, Nance. I want these leaves to look really painterly. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, I don't want a smooth blend. I want it to be really kind of, have some blooms of water in there. Have some, remember, blooms are when one color hits another color, or when water hits another color and it just kind of spreads out like this. That's a bloom. So that's kind of what I'm going for on the leaves. I'm kind of digging that. I'll do the same thing with these two up here. Soften that edge, but then I want to really kind of work on pulling some of that color out along the edge of the leaf because I feel like that's going to really help my leaves take shape. Yep, that's exactly where I want to go. Oh, you know what? That all dried. Well, let's do that again. And this time I'll just I'll pay more attention and let it just sit on top, and then I will tap it with the paper towel. Right? I think that's, well, I mean, here's the thing. You could do it like multiple times, right? You can let it sit for a little minute and then tap it off. And then if it's not as intense as you want it to be, do it again. Take a drink, everyone. Okay, let's see. Let's come in with our paper towel, tap it off. Oh, it's starting to get there. All right, let's see. Do some more water down here. Like it happened in the leaves, but not on the petals of the flower as much. I don't know why. But I feel like that's a cool technique. And then I will, because this flower, I want to, what I kind of have in my head is I want to mount it on a piece of dry embossed cardstock. Do you know what I mean? Like run a piece, like a card mat through with a embossing folder, and then because I feel like that will just really set this off, you know. So I want this to have lots of visual interest. Getting better, getting better. Let's see. I need a clean spot. Like over and over until I get what I want, you know? And that's kind of, it's its own kind of relaxing, you know? So I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. Now I'm thinking about, so these leaves, I think I need to do green because I'm kind of feeling like it's gonna go in that direction, but maybe let's do another layer of color on the flowers and let that kind of sit and soak into the paper. Yep. I'm gonna kind of work on the centers too, where I feel like there's lots of room for fun in there. And now let me remember which one is which. These are Prussian blue, these are ultramarine. So let's see. Nope. That's Prussian blue. So let's get some water in there. I was thinking I was going for the ultramarine, but no. got ahead of myself. There we go. Sorry, you guys. I just started painting and then I was like, did I talk? Did I say anything? I think it's been a while since I talked. I'm sorry. I just kind of get into my own zone, you know? I hope you understand. So what is everyone going to do with the rest of your day? I have some drawing assignments, but I do want to, I'm kind of digging playing in the flowers. So I do have a couple of ideas what I want to do there. And we are going to check on our kitchen cabinets. Jeff made an appointment for us to do that. So that's a good thing because it feels like it's been forever and a day since that whole situation started. So I'm going to come in here with this ultramarine, and then I think I just want to do this kind of splotchy build of color on there. I don't know, maybe I'll tap a little bit of ultramarine around the base of the turquoise flowers. See what happens with that. And just kind of let that sit and soak in a little bit. Kind of digging that. All right, so now let's come back to this and let's see if we get a more intense dots of lighter color, I should say. Ah, no. I mean, it's there. It's just not as intense as I would like it. Oh, well. So then maybe I just need to, oh, a raised garden. That'll be nice. Oh, Lauren. You must be missing Arizona, Miss Diana. No, we did a kitchen remodel like probably 7 years ago. And we had an issue with our refrigerator and was the wrong size. So we had this cabinet that we could never open because our terrible designer didn't tell us that we had an unusual size of refrigerator. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. All these years later. So now we got a new refrigerator. And we had to, so Jeff took the cabinet to a cabinet builder, and the one that was over the fridge. And he was supposed to, so he told Jeff to have somebody go and somebody build new doors and then bring them to him, and he would stain them to match. Well, that's been 5 months. 5 months now, and he said that he is, like, he could have just cut down the doors that we had, which I think he probably should have. But anyway, something's got to give. Do you know what I mean? I just have this big gaping hole on top of my fridge, and I just want something finished. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's not like I'm dying because of that. It's just like, come on. Like, he's just having a really hard time matching the color, I think. So every now and again, we just kind of go and make our presence known and hope that, you know, there's some kind of progress. So I feel like Well, Jamie, that sounds like a perfect day. That sounds like a perfect day. Oh, you're going to the Oregon coast. Oh, where in Oregon are you going? I just, that is a goal for me. I really would like to go. You know, I've been to Washington State and certainly been to the coast of Washington. And that, like, it was so different from the coast of California. And so, like, the beaches were so different and the landscape was so different, and the seaside landscape. I just, oh my gosh, I just want to go. Don't you just want to go someplace and visit and, you know, see something new and, you know, just appreciate this beautiful country that we live in. Okay, so I tapped off some of that color. Oh, the blue down here. Okay. And now I'm just going to come in with a damp paintbrush and see how these blend. Oh, I think it's looking nice. I'm just doing that jiggy jaggy. Oh, that's nice. I love that blend of colors. Don't you? Like, just, oh, I'll have to look that up. Depot Bay. That sounds interesting. You'll have so much fun, I'm sure. Don't you think that we'll just, like, want, now that we can move a little bit more, that we will appreciate things more, and at least I think we'll appreciate things more, and take a little time to smell the roses more, you know? That's what I think. I can't wait. I love to travel and visit new places and see new things and meet people from those areas. And I like to go to, like, I like to do the touristy things usually too, but I also like to go to, like, places that are what locals do. Like, I like to go to a grocery store in that area, or a Walmart, or whatever the department, you know, the big store is there, because I just like to see, like, what's different. Oh, Delft blue. That's nice. Compliment, Miss Hattie. Do you know what I mean? I like to see, like, what are the things that are the big trends there, you know? That's always interesting and fascinating to me. Oh my gosh, don't you even worry about it, Hetty. You're on the other side of the world. Oh my gosh, ocean smell is so nice, isn't it? I know, there's nothing like it. Well, I like lakeside smells though too. In Michigan, we had lots of lakeside smells. And I'm telling you, when my dad was in the hospital, when we finally felt comfortable leaving the waiting room for a little minute, my sister and I both, we just headed to the water. We just headed to the water and just sat there and listened to the waves lapping on the shore and the birds, and oh my gosh, it was so amazing. There's just such a healing presence, isn't there? You live on a lake. Very cool. Very cool. Well, no wonder you're it must be, you must have some decent humidity because your tulips are amazing, Hetty. Oh, I'm really liking it, you guys. All the shades of blue. And that they're different blues, but they're working well with each other. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe it is so calming. I'm thinking maybe I will do the center of these like I'm thinking maybe I'll paint this one. Maybe I'll do blue. I don't know. And then I really have to think about what I want to do with the centers of the flowers that I haven't already painted. So I kind of need to think about that. Bring some of this really watery. There we go. Little by little, built that out. Same here. Built that out. Now do that jiggy-jaggy, soften that edge. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And I'm starting to see like where I was, do you know how you start to see it come together? That's what I'm starting to see. I'm taking some of that right from the palette and just pull that. There we go. I'm loving that. Yep. So pretty. Let's do it here too. So do you see I'm putting the wet paint right on this the wet surface, and that's just pulling it. This beautiful natural wicking away of that color. Like it's just kind of going its own way. That's really making a cool effect. So let's take a look at the water. Pull that out. There we go. So pretty. So I kind of need to let that set. Then this ultramarine, I kind of need to figure out where I'm going with that. These little roses. Maybe I just want to come in with a damp brush and maybe some of this Prussian blue water and see if I can soften it in that way, but I still like that that kind of random dark and light colors. I'm really liking that. come in with that Prussian blue. Yep, that's exactly where I wanted to go with that. And this, let's do kind of soften those edges on these little petals. I just feel like that gives it such dimension. Just, I mean, remember, use color to our advantage. Really work on that. Building out that color. I'm so sorry, you guys. Am I way over? I just keep painting away. So let's let that sit a little minute. Just work on that, tapping those colors out. There we go. I think I'm going to play with that technique a little bit more too. Wet on wet for deepening my my dimensional shadows and I think that's working really well. At least it did on this blue. And I kind of like that it's quite painterly too. Do you know what I mean? That it's not like a smooth gradation of color. It's just really, it looks really watercolory, and I'm kind of digging that. Pull some of that down one side of the petals, just because that's going to give you some nice definition in your petals too. Remember, back, forth, back, forth. And that back, forth can be beside each other. It can be all on one side. It can be whatever you feel like doing. That's going to give you some nice definition in between your petals. Oh gosh, you know, oh golly, I'm almost 10 minutes over. I'm so sorry, you guys. So sorry. So I guess I should say goodbye, but you know. I'm just on a roll. I hope everyone is up for an amazing Tuesday, and that yep, this, oh my gosh, don't you love when it all starts to come together? That everybody is has a great day, and you get to fill it with whatever you want. You know, we all have our have-tos that we have to do every day, but make some time for I want tos, you know? Even if you don't get to finish it all in one swoop. Remember, like this one took me, this is many trips back to it. Probably 5 or 6. But each time I came back and I was like, oh, you know what? Now I want to add some Posca pen. Now I want to add, I don't know, I want to deepen my colors or whatever the case is. It just makes... Remember, we shouldn't be in a rush. We should just be enjoying ourselves. All right, I think I need to stop because I'll just keep going and going and going, and we'll be at like 2 hours or something before I know it. So I will put my paintbrush down and I will say, is it? It's Remembrance Day there. Oh, I love that. I love that, Hetty. I love that. I think Armed Forces Day is this month here, and it's kind of, it's a similar day, I think, where we have remembrance. So anyway, I hope that everybody takes some time for I want tos today, not just the I have tos. Jeff and I just had this whole conversation about how like our whole life feels like have tos, so we have to make some time for want tos, you know? Anyway, I hope that everybody has an amazing Tuesday, and be sure to watch your social media tomorrow for a new artsy surprise, and then Thursday we'll get together and we'll play with the artsy surprise and we'll do some card building. But then Saturday we have more new art, so I can hardly wait. Oh my gosh, I love that these are three totally different pieces. Do you know what I mean? How these are really quite coordinated. These are not at all. I love it. Have an amazing day, everybody. I will talk to you soon. Well, tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.